Okay, I just wanted to show you some numbers first here on how I build vehicles. This is a strange number right here. Well, let me show you the car first. It makes more sense if I do it like that. For the last challenge I did for Cookie Monster, aka Huge Penis, Puginus, I made it like a C2 Corvette replica, and I try to make it within his rules and everything like that. But if I was going to make his actual car for myself to sell it to the public, this is what I do. And okay, this number right here, you can actually load this car down. The way I got the suspension set up, 3,021.3 pounds. You can put that much cargo into it if you wanted to. You can also do towing with it. 3,700 pounds you can tow. Well, 3,698 that you can tow. Okay. As you can also notice that there's no blue, yellow, red warning lights right here where I'm pointing my finger. I always try to build my cars like that. Plus, this is going backwards from the suspension, +5 on the quality. If I go +6, it sets off a blue warning light saying it's costing too much money or something like that. Fairly stiff springs, and a thick front sway bar. That's because if it goes less, then it sets off a warning to tell me it's oversteers and stuff like that. Sway bars is active. Dampeners are twin tube. Springs are hydrophonic or magnetic or whatever. This setup right here is for safety. It actually gives you safety points for that. Okay. Oh, also let's go back and I'll show you the. Now this is the big kicker right here. I mean, it's expensive. It's $96,524, but that's the price you pay for a safe, reliable, and economical vehicle. Well, I wouldn't say too economical, but I did my best on economy after safety was #1 priority and reliability is #2 priority, and then I try to go for economy after that. And so what I got here is like 20.8 comfort points, and prestige is 70, and safety is 63.5, which is really good for this vehicle. Of course, if you go bigger like the 1985 SUV, like this, I'll probably get over 100 safety points, no problem. 24.6 miles per gallon. I think that's decent. I build cars because I want to have the safety of a Volvo and a reliability of Toyota, and then try to work on economy after that. Okay, so what was that? I was at suspension. Okay, and this is safety. Of course, the best safety, advanced 20s with +5 quality, and no plus or minus quality on the traction aids and power steering. It didn't make a difference in safety or reliability when I moved it. Electronic stability control, and I put hydraulic power steering. Variable hydraulic seemed like it gave me just a little bit more safety, but it didn't actually move the safety points up. It just turned green to show me it did. So I went for a little bit cheaper route with the hydraulic. For some reason, the better the entertainment, the better safety you have. So I went with luxury infotainment instead of luxury HUD, heads-up display, whatever, because the only difference is the price, and I want to put something a little bit cheaper in there. +5 quality on there, and you get the best safety with handmade seats. A bit more expensive, It says I can put like 6 seats in there, which I always try to get more occupants in a car as much as I can. But really, let me look at this car. I don't see how it is actually possible to get back seats in a car like this. I mean, probably right here is where your back seats are, or it wouldn't even fit 2 children, I don't think, if you put back seats in the back, or 3 children, whatever. Unless you have like a, Lord forgive me, I don't like to say nothing about people, unless you have like amputees that has no legs and you just the knees hit the seat, but you know you don't need any legs. That'd be the only way that you can get 6 people in there if I had back seats. Like I said, I wasn't trying to be funny or don't want to offend anybody that's amputees. Okay, +5 quality on the air. Cooling flaps. I could get more economy with the fully clad, but I went with none on the under tray. And this is because if you read the description, if you put fully clad on there, it says it's harder to, it costs more to work on things, and it's harder to get to. You could probably always just unbolt or unscrew it, get that out. But I want my cars also to be easy to work on, with plenty of room to get into, and I want it to be like the cars that were really easy to work on, like back in the 70s and stuff like that. But of course, I guess if I really wanted to go that route, I would have went with carburetors instead of direct injection. But carburetors are a whole lot easier to work on. And like I said, reliability second, and fuel economy is third. But like I said, I did want it to be a little bit more easy to work on. Okay, so +5 quality on the brakes. I had to bump up the brake pad just a little bit to 53. It's not the ideal number for every car, but just to get rid of. I don't know. Wait a second. How did that change? That was completely 0.7 on sportiness. Okay, 54, 55. Please, no warning lights. Please, come on, get rid of that. Get rid of that sportiness fade. There we go. 56. You gotta watch. Sometimes the game changes on you. It either forgets or it's like it trolls you in some way. I don't know. Maxed out front and rear brake size. Drums on the brake. That's because if I go like solid disc or vented disc or ceramic, carbon ceramic, it just gives me a warning light saying that the back brakes is too powerful. Anyway, and ceramic 2-piston up front without setting any warning lights. And look at this. This car stops from 62 miles per hour to 0 in 104.1 feet. Stopping is a very big, even though you get more safety points for like solid disc, but you get more stopping power, carbon ceramic. And being able to stop even just an inch better is more safe. And like if I went with different kind of tires, I got like soft sports, whatever it's called. If I went with hard long life, it would take longer to stop. So even if it was 104.0 feet, that would be safer than 104.1. But that's really, really good, I think. Okay, I went with +5 quality on the wheels and tires and stuff like that. Rim material, I went with steel. Steel is some reason gives you more safety, and plus it's more reliable. It's stronger. And for sure, I would never go with magnesium. Even though magnesium looks cool and everything like that, I wouldn't go with magnesium because, well, if it catches on fire, it's very, very difficult to put out. You can't put it out with water. And so you don't want to be burning and burning and burning if you ever get caught on fire or anything like that. 16-inch rims. I went the smallest amount of rims so the vehicle will look better without sacrificing stopping power. If I went a little bit lower in the profile on the tire, then they give me a warning light saying that it's a little uncomfortable. The widest tires as I can fit on there, which is 270, without setting any warning lights. Yeah, tire choice is sports compound, which is, if I went with semi-slicks, I'd probably stop sooner, but I'm trying to build a car with no warning lights. That's just the way I build cars. I know it's a bit silly, I guess. I don't know to some people. Radial tires. Now this is what's really, really, really fun with this car. You might think, well, what in the world? Oh, I do want to mention 134.4 miles per gallon. Miles per hour. Really? Who's really going to go that fast? 85. As long as a vehicle can go up to 90 miles per hour and go to 0 to 60 in 10 seconds or under, it's safe. Because I think the Texas, there's a highway where you can go 85 miles per hour. As long as it does the minimum speed, or you can go 5 miles per hour above that. I'm not a big fan of power. I mean, not a big. How can I say? So I like power and everything like that, but I don't need it. I like power for like track, but something you just drive around daily. I mean, you're not going to get over 85 miles per hour, I don't believe, or 90. 0 to 62 in 6.5 seconds. That's quick enough, you know. Now this is in the 7-speed manual. I think it said that advanced automatic or something like that is safer. But I gotta have a manual. I'm a guy that loves manual, and more gears the better, so I put a 7-speed manual in there. I'm just not having fun if I'm not driving a manual. I'm not having fun if I'm pulling gears and stomping on a clutch pedal. Okay, really weird. Usually, I mean, people will go with all-wheel drive on a car, but I went with four-wheel drive and manual lockers, because to me, if you're in the snow, I just think it's much better to have four-wheel drive. That way you're getting 100% torque to each wheel, and not like with all-wheel drive you get 25 here, 25 here, 25 here, and 25 here, and then it tries to think which wheel to put the torque down. Which all-wheel drive is definitely better than front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. I mean, but I'd rather have four-wheel drive, and I don't know what manual locker means. I think it's like on the old cars where you had to get out and lock your hubs. And like I said, I like having that confidence or that knowledge, knowing that I have 100% torque to all four wheels and not split, Even though that just lets me know that my phone's fully charged now. But anyway, that way I know that, hey, I'm not going to have any problems accelerating out of the snow. Even though it doesn't corner as good as all-wheel drive, because, you got all four wheels locked. But, yeah, I'd rather have that. And let's see, spacing is 58. So it's a little bit on that side. Okay, I think that's all my comments for that page. Okay, +5 on the body and fixture quality. That helps with reliability. Okay, this is my engine. I'm gonna let you listen to it. 1,000 RPMs. That's about what I cruised at. Lowest RPM possible without bogging the engine or transmission down. And with that, I'm getting 47 horsepower and 237 foot-pound torque, which is good. Okay, if you notice, no stress on any components, even nothing on the exhaust or anything like that. See, it's got a smoothness of 98.9. I guess if you like some smooth engines. I'll look at reliability. 102.2. That's what I'm going for. Now, on the engines, which is different from the body and the chassis, you can go 15 quality on it, 15 plus, and not set off any warning lights. Even though your engineer time and production units is like through the roof, but no second muffler, straight through on the first muffler because it's lighter weight for economy and stuff like that. And I like being able to hear my engine. High flow 3-way Cadillac converter, because with emissions like that these days, you have to be able to pass the emissions test. 2.0 exhaust diameter. I went to the smallest possible exhaust for weight savings and more power without putting any stress on the exhaust. No bypass valves, dual exhaust, race tubular headers. That's for reliability, economy, and weight and stuff like that, and power too. Rev limiter is set to 6,500. I thought that was the ideal for this type of engine. Ignition time at 100 for economy. Fuel mixture all the way lean for economy. Now you could go ultimate fuel or super fuel for more economy and more power, but gas here where I live at in West Virginia, for each grade of gas like load test, which is like 87 octane, 90 octane, 91 octane, for each grade it's like 10 cents more. And I want things to be cheaper, so I want to be able to run good on regular, 87, 86 octane. That way you save on your wallet and stuff like that. I think you get more miles per gallon if you do, but with the cost, it doesn't help it with the cost. Maybe if each grade of gas was just 3 cents more on a gallon, it will be worth it, I say. They have higher compression, better fuel mileage, and run more expensive gas. But the way gas is now, not right now. On the intake, if I went race, that would drop the reliability, but with performance, you get more performance than the standard intake, and you don't lose any reliability. Single configuration instead of twin or per cylinder, you get more power out per cylinder, but I don't even think it doesn't make a bit of difference in what you call it. I mean, if you use tuning for it, right now you drop horsepower the way it got set up, but if you use tuning for power, that's where you go per cylinder. But with this setup, single is best, I think. Now, direct injection, I disagree with automation on this. I believe that direct injection is not as reliable as multi-port fuel injection, because with direct injection, you are not getting any fuel to the intake valve, which cleans the valves. And with direct injection, over time, those valves will get all gummed up and stuff like that, and junked up, carbon and stuff like that. And there would be no real way to clean it unless you have multi-port fuel injection, because it squirts fuel onto it. Even if you run like fuel treatment through your tank, it's not going to reach it. As far as I know, unless you have like a dual system, which Ford is doing now, where you have direct injection and plus you have an injector shooting sometimes fuel onto the intake. But for the sake, for economy and reliability on this game, I put direct injection. No turbochargers, because if you add turbocharge, you're forcing air into the engine, and it makes it less reliability. Less reliable. VVT, cam profile, I find it the ideal for economy on an natural aspirated engine, or even on the turbocharged engine. Best for that on all engines is 33 for economy. And I raised the compression up as high as I could without knocking, which is 10.4 to 1 on this particular engine. Everything's plus 15 quality on the engine. Lightweight forged for reliability. Lightweight titanium for reliability. Built steel for reliability. I mean, I could push this engine all the way up to 9200 on the piston and connecting rods, and 9500 on the crank without putting any stress on the engine. Or just leave this engine up to people who want to soup up the cars, tune their own engines, stuff like that. That way you don't have to do nothing to it. It's already set up for that. I know Bosch doesn't like it when you do overkill like this, but I'm leaving the option open for people wanting to want more power and sacrifice economy. I'm leaving that up to the tuners, but you have peace of mind knowing that this engine is going to last a very, very long time with the parts put in it. Head material and block material, I use aluminum silicate. It's not much more reliable than any other thing. It's just it's lighter weight. It's not really. I don't think it's less reliable than any other configuration. Like I said, it's for weight savings, for economy. I sure wouldn't go magnesium, because like I said, if your engine catches on fire, then it might catch other things on fire, because magnesium is hard to put out when it's on fire. Push rod, it's heads and valves push rod, 2 valves per cylinder. It's just more reliable than anything else. You get more economy and more power with dual overhead cam 5 valves. But plus they're easy to work on, cheaper. So I'm starting to go with push rods for now on. This right here is a V12 4-liter, which I have more stroke than bore. I fit the biggest engine I could put in there without putting any warning lights saying that the engine bay is getting quite full. I could fit a bigger inline 6, but then it would drop on reliability. Your most reliable engines, I think, is the V16 and the V12. Then you start dropping reliability. Some choices I would do other engines too, anyway, because it'd be kind of boring just to put only V16, V12s in cars. But I decided to go with V12 in here. And plus, they're smoother too. You know, if you like smoothness, if you're just going for luxury or whatever. So I'm making 240 horsepower and 270 foot-pound torque, and that's enough. I've never in my life needed more than 165, 175 horsepower, depending on the car too and the weight, you know. Even in my wife's car, which is a 2017 Mitsubishi Mirage, it has, I think it was 74 horsepower, and it's enough. It's enough. Like I said, as long as you can do 90 miles per hour and do 0 to 60 in under 10 seconds, you get plenty of power. But like I said, I do want to give you more power than just putting a smaller engine into it. It's still quite small. I'm American, so 4.0 is small to me, you know. I guess other countries be a big engine. Okay, plus what happened here? What's going on? Car tends to oversteer. For some reason I got a warning light when I switched to this. I don't know why. I can always fix oversteer. I'll put a even bigger sway bar in the front of the car. Push rod. They're even getting brake fade again. I don't know, something's going on with the game here. Okay, push rod rear suspension. It's lighter. And if you have more control of the vehicle, if it's better to steer, then it's safer. And being lighter is more fuel economical. Double wishbone. MacPherson strut's lighter for, you know, economy, but you know, I want you to have more control over your car. Front longitudinal, that's because I can fit the engine. Yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, carbon fiber on a chassis material. That gives you the best safety. It's expensive, but it gives you the best safety out of all these options. Monocoque, I think that also gives you the best safety too. And corrosion resistant steel. Treated steel and corrosion resistant steel is all the same for safety. You don't get better safety in either one of them. I just like going with corrosion resistant steel because I don't want your car to rust out as fast. Safety first and reliability second. So I went with that. And that's basically all my car, and I can just easily come back and fix that, whatever the problem is with it. But yeah, at Owens Automobiles, I want to give you a car that's safe, reliable, fuel economy, and try to give you some power too, you know, and not just all-around car, you know, I guess, with definitely number one and number two concern being safety and reliability.